I love that these stories really focus on these people that are just following their passion, and because they're following their God-given passion, it is opening up these amazing doors for them to use those gifts and those desires to change the world. Hey guys, welcome back. I hope that you guys are all doing good. Today I have a fun video planned. I am going to be doing an unboxing of some new goodies that I just got from The Good and the Beautiful. I am super excited to share with you guys some of these literature-based things that I got from them. This video is in partnership with The Good and the Beautiful. I'm always so honored to be able to partner with them and say that I work for such an amazing company. So I wanted to share with you guys some of the books and things that I just recently got from them. Okay, so the very first book that I have looks like a sit-down picture book, and it's called A Leaf, a Stick, and a Stone. And it says, I walked to the end of the driveway today hoping to find something new. I wanted to see what the world had in store for a bored little child to do. This rhyming rich story, rich with brilliant watercolor illustrations, encourages playing in nature and using imagination to defeat boredom. So there's rhymes and beautiful artwork, illustrations in here. Oh my gosh. So beautiful. So we specifically, I feel like with my 7 and 8-year-olds have just kind of embarked into this new season where everyone's telling me they're bored all the time. And I'm like, oh, well that's great, because you're gonna find something to do and just let me know what you find. Like, I'm trying to be positive about it. So A Leaf, a Stick, and a Stone, I feel like is going to be a great book for us to read. And remember that we can use our imaginations to come up with things to do. So some of these are actually going to correlate with, it looks like, the ecosystem unit or the botany unit. They'll go really nicely with those, as well as maybe the arthropod unit too. If you go to The Good and the Beautiful's science unit area and you're looking at specific science units, there is an area on the website that is going to tell you any kind of corresponding books that you can purchase, or recommended books that you can purchase through The Good and the Beautiful that will correlate and go really well with their science unit. So some of these that I'm looking through right now will go great with the botany unit. I believe that they are the correlated books for the book packs for those units. So I will link all of that down below for you guys. So once you're finished with this video, if you want to go check out the science units, see which ones these specifically go to, then you'll be able to just do that. So this one is called The Story of Maria Marion. An inquisitive girl in 17th century Germany, Maria Marion greatly wondered about the natural world beyond the walls of her home. She was especially curious about the tiny creatures crawling around in the garden. Her curiosity only grew greater when an uncle surprised her with a box of worms, and they would change the trajectory of Maria's life. This beautifully illustrated book tells Maria's story as she becomes a pioneer in science and still inspires people today. So as you see, these picture books that I'm going through are biographies essentially of these people. And so not only are they amazing stories for the kids to read, but they are so inspiring for the kids because they know that they're real stories of real people who have done amazing things in education and nature. And I also love how they have books about girls, books about boys, from all different kinds of cultures and ethnic backgrounds. So it's very diverse, which I'm super thankful for. This next one is called The Boy Who Loved Bugs, the story of Jean-Henri Fabre. And this sounds like he is French. Nearly 200 years ago, a curious little boy named Jean-Henri wandered the hills around his cottage in the French countryside, fascinated with the wonderful world of insects around him. With vibrant illustrations, this book tells the inspiring story of one of the greatest naturalists in history. Learn how Jean-Henri turned into a man whose love of nature, love of God, hard work, and constant curiosity has inspired generations. So for all of you moms who have kids that love bugs and nature, those are going to be great books for them. These next two are going to focus on botanists and on nature and plants. This first one is called Plant Hunters, The Stories of Two Women Botanists. Step outside into nature and look around. Do you see the trees? Notice the grass and smell the scent of the woods? Anna Atkins discovered her love for plants when she was just a little girl. Following her father, she discovered beauty in the world around her. Nez Mexia struggled through grief and loneliness for much of her life. When she was in her 50s, she too discovered a passion for plants. When she was in her 50s, you guys, that's amazing. As you read about these amazing botanists and their adventures, remember that whether you discover your life passion at the age of 5 or 55, it is never too late nor too early to follow your dreams. Oh, I really love that. I'm excited to get into that one. What an encouraging, inspiring story. And this last picture book is called Carl in the Garden. Have you ever wondered where plant names come from? More than 300 years ago, a little boy was born who would forever change the way that plants were named. Born in Sweden, Carl Linnaeus, forgive me if I'm pronouncing that wrong, was fascinated by the many plants around him, and he thought up a way of naming and grouping plants together that is still used today. He even discovered many new plants along the way. Filled with beautiful illustrations, Carl in the Garden tells the story of one boy who opened a whole new world to those who came after him just by doing what he loved. So that one looks excellent too. I love that these stories really focus on these people that are just following their passion, and because they're following their God-given passion, it is opening up these amazing doors for them to use those gifts and those desires to change the world, which is super inspiring. So these next few books are more of like your early reader chapter books. This first one I'm really excited about because I think Fiona's gonna love this. This is called Lenas Toes, and this is all about a ballerina named Lena. Lena wanted to dance. More than anything in the world, she wanted to twirl and leap and dance around her toes. Lena dreams of being a dancer and doing big, beautiful leaps for everyone to see. But first, she has to learn how. It will take both dance lessons and life lessons for Lena to learn how to dance. Lena will have to work very hard to be ready for her big recital. Will she have the perfect leap ready in time? So this one, as you go through, you'll see that the words are really large for kids to be able to read them. It's not going to be overwhelming with a ton of words on one page that are all really small. This is perfect for your beginner reader. This next one is level 2, and this is called Maria's Many Colors. And it says, Maria's world is brown, brown, brown. That is, except for her beautiful Sunday dress. At the wonderfully colored stained glass windows at church. When a storm causes a tree to fall and shatter the precious windows, Maria wants to do something to help earn enough money to replace them. Her ideas, her hard work, and her generosity bring beautiful colors and joy to the entire community. So this is going to really focus on, it looks like, serving, generosity, hard work, all of those values and high moral characters that you're gonna find in the Good and the Beautiful's literature are in these books. So if you are wondering as I'm going through this, maybe what level your child would do best in, the Good and the Beautiful offer assessments on their website for their math and also their literature. So it might give you a better idea as to where your child would fall as far as their level of reading. If you went ahead and you took those assessments, the literature assessment would be perfect for this, and you can kind of see what level they fall onto. My daughter is in level 2 right now, and my son is in level 1, and she reads a lot of level 2 and also level 3 books. The level 3 books are a little bit more challenging for her. However, I've seen that the more that she reads those books that are maybe one level above where she's at, she's using the tools that she's been given, putting things together on her own, and she's figuring out what the words are. And so there's always a benefit to that as well. So the next books that I'm gonna share that I got were the box C and box D of the beginner books. If you're not familiar with the Good and the Beautiful's pre-K and primer K, they have a pre-K curriculum, and then one up before that is their Primer K curriculum, which are great to utilize before your children are ready for an actual kindergarten curriculum. So these are gonna be great. They've got 10 books each in them. They're fully illustrated and they use phonetically simple words and a short list of challenge words as well for your children that are still very young and just stepping out into learning how to pronounce words and putting letters together to form words. So those are some of the goodies that I just got from The Good and the Beautiful. I hope that you enjoyed this video. If you have any questions at all about anything that I shared or anything about The Good and the Beautiful in general, please don't hesitate to comment down below. And if I don't know the answer, I will do my very best to find it out for you. And as always, everything that I mentioned will be linked down below in the description box for you. Once again, thank you to The Good and the Beautiful for sponsoring today's video. I love you. I hope you guys are all well, and I'll see you in the next one.